Hey guys, it's Mr. Matthew Music here, aka Mr. Matthew 751, and today I am making my first ever FL Studio tutorial for my channel. Okay, so this is a basic tutorial where you guys can watch this video, get some basic pro tips, because I'm a professional, just kidding. But these are some pro tips for you guys to get on, start making some music that sounds good with my tips, okay? I'm going to show you how to make beats in this one, quick beats, use piano roll, use everything. You can make some awesome stuff in this. So, a lot of people probably don't know how to use FL Studio, so that's why I'm making this. Start out here, this is what your screen's going to look like. We're going to start out with these 5 buttons up here. So first, I'm going to open up the browser. This is the 4th button here. This is where all your sounds are for FL Studio. We'll learn more about that later. The first one is the playlist button. This is where your song's going to be. Step sequencer, this is where you're going to make your beats. Use your piano roll type thing. The middle one's piano roll. And then this one right here is the mixer. Not going to get in the mixer for this video. So yeah. So the second thing I'm going to talk about is this stuff over here. This is the play button, the pause button, the tempo. Go up and scroll up and down. I recommend 140 beats per minute for basic music making, because that's just like what I am, you know. So yeah, and then there's this button right here. It says song and pattern. You're like, what does this mean? So if you're clicked on pattern here, you're gonna go through the step sequencer and it's gonna play. So I'm gonna put a kick in here and you'll hear it. But if you're accidentally on song, it's not going to play that kick because it's going through the song. That's the easiest way I can explain it. So hopefully you understood it. So here we've got the step sequencer, and basically right here, this is the beats per bar. So these are called steps. Okay, step, step, step. But 4 steps combined is called a beat. And there are 4 beats in a bar. So beats per bar, right? Yeah, beats per bar. So this is full thing's a bar, there's 4 beats per bar. Let's say you want to go to 8 beats per bar. It just doubles it. Can you believe that? So that's what that does. That's how you extend your thing. This is pattern 1. You click on pattern 1, this is where you're going to be able to list all your patterns you've made. So we're not going to get into this stuff yet. I'll help you out with that in a little bit after I make something. So first, I'm actually going to make a beat. Okay, can you believe that? A beat. I'm going to use the kick and the snare. Okay, kick and snare. For basic beat making here, I'm going to give you some pro tips, and I'm going to explain this. Snare usually goes on the third beat in the bar. And when you're doing your kick in here, well, here's what this will sound like right here. Oh, I'm in the song. See, that's what would happen. You're in the song, you're not going to hear it. So I got to go back to pattern, and now you're going to hear it. Okay, I got snares going here. It's a pretty good beat so far. It's a nice sound snare they give you right there. And when you put your kick in, okay, you can do any, okay, you can only do these, okay? You can't, I'm trying to explain this. You can only do the first and the third step in the beat. If you do the second or fourth, it's not going to sound good. So for example, you can do random placements of the kick as long as it's on the first and the third step. So I'll show that right here. I want to do first, third, go and do third here, do a third here. You don't want to do it on the snare, okay? We'll do a first, okay, first there. First right here, first step of the beat, and then we'll do this, pause, or no pause, kick on the third beat of this beat right here. We'll go here, and then here, okay? Here's what this sounds like. This was completely made up. Now tell me that does not sound awesome, okay? And that's the beat right there, okay? Now, for example, let's say I have a file. There are different things in here, in the browser here. So there's a PAX, and then there's drums. You won't have all these for your information, FYI. But you'll have drums here. So let's say I want to add, you know, different kick. I don't like the kick. I want to add grab kick 29. I can actually drag grab kick 29 to the kick. And it's going to override it, and it's going to go over it. So now this is what it sounds like. So that's pretty cool. If you notice the beats, okay, whatever. This is literally the same right here, except this changes here. It waits a little longer. Just pointing that out there. I want, you know, to add, you know, a hat to this song, or to this beat, because adding hats makes everything better. So I'm going to find a good hat here. EKIT 6 hat sounds pretty good for what I want. So I'm going to go ahead and place that in here. To do that, I just placed this and dragged it under the snare so it doesn't override the snare. I'm actually going to right click delete. You can delete them if you want to. I'm going to do this, drag it over, put it under the snare. Now it's there. Now, pro tip, you can actually right click EKIT 6 hat and you can actually do fill each 2 steps. And it's going to actually fill each of them for 2 steps. Okay? Now let's see what this sounds like. It sounds alright. I don't know if it sounds better or worse. It doesn't matter. It's just there. This is for hats. If you find a nice hat, well, what's ice hat? I'm doing ice hat. Now this is a perfect example of the volume. Right now, the ice hat is definitely overruling all the kick and the snare. So to turn this down, you're actually going to do channel volume and turn it down. Now it's all the way down, you can't hear it. Now it's up a little bit. I'm going to put it at about 50%. Now it's sounding a bit better. So the ice hat's doing pretty good in there. And so that's a beat bacon tutorial right there. You can make some sweet beats with that. Be creative with your beats too. You can actually, if you want to, add another snare in here, mix it up a bit. Actually, don't do that. But you can mix it up a bit. You don't have to place your snares there and there, beats there and there, and you can do whatever you want. Just make sure it's on the first and third. But you can also do duplicates. If you want to do it on the second, it's got to be in a row like that. That I'm just telling you guys that right now because a lot of people are like, well, you can do that. Well, it doesn't sound good unless you have three in a row like that. That's just me. So now I'm going to do a new pattern here. I'm going to show you guys how to use the piano roll. So I'm going to do piano up here. And I'm actually going to add a piano to this right here. But before we add a piano, this is just a pro tip. You can actually collapse the structure by doing the second top left thing out here. Collapse structure. Boom. Done. That doesn't really help you that much. Anyways, to add a piano to your step sequencer, what you're going to do, you can either go up to channels, add FL keys. That's lame. That takes too much time, you know. Go all the way up there. So you can just right click this. Insert right here. Insert FL keys. FL keys loads. Look at that. FL keys is right there for you where you inserted it. FL keys is just a piano. This is not the piano roll. Okay? If you're looking at this and you're like, this is not the piano roll, this is just FL keys. This is the piano plugin they give you, okay? Oops, oops, oops. Oh, I just changed this. I just changed this accidentally. Playing piano. I just want the FL keys back. I accidentally chose a preset. So I want to actually go preset. Where's the key piano? What happened? We'll just do playing piano. Grand piano. Grand piano it is. That's how you get back to it right there. Well, kinda. Anyways, so That just depressed me a little bit. That I lost the grand piano sound, you know. Anyways, we got this here, okay? And let's say I want to make a sound. I want to make a piano sound. Well, to do this, you right-click Playing Piano, go to Piano Roll. Look, you see how that works? Now you're in Piano Roll. So, people don't understand Piano Roll like I do. But if you click this ABC thing, it's like actually like a real piano. This is what, if you walk up to a real piano, you'll see this. Okay, you'll see this right there. But if you click on that, it'll take you back to the letters and numbers. I like that. I'm the number guy, so I like this numbers here. You can do whatever you want. That's how I'm going to do it though. So I'm going to set my magnet to a step starting out. You can change that if you want to. You'll figure out what that does when you play around with it. I set it to a step, and I'm actually going to play C5 here, and I'm going to press this green note down. And when I left click, I actually place, but when I right click, I actually delete. So I want to make a simple melody here. I'm going to go up. So this is my simple melody. So now when you're making songs starting out, you only want to use the white notes because they sound good. But when you start messing with the black notes, you have to actually know music theory. I'm not going to music theory. This is basic FL Studio. Okay? If you want to learn it, go ahead. If you don't, just use the white notes. So if you use the white notes, you'll be fine. So some basic things here. If you do Control backwards and forwards on your mouse, you actually go zoom in and out. Control drag gives you this. It allows you to select notes. Shift and move allows you to copy notes. So I'm actually going to copy these notes. You see what I did there? Easy. You hold shift and drag to make new notes. If you hold alt and right click, you actually play the sound that's over there. What else can you do? If you do Control and then up and down, actually goes up octaves, up and down on your keyboard. I'm actually going to take this up here, just for melody's sake. This is going to be a long tutorial. Maybe not, I don't know. I'm going through the piano roll quick. I'm just explaining this quickly because this is easy to use. This is honestly super easy. To change the note length, you go up and then you just change it with the arrow thing. This is easy. This is my melody. So that's a basic melody. That's awesome. That sounds awesome, doesn't it, guys? Okay, I'm just thinking what I need to do next for you. Okay. So now that we created the new pattern by clicking the plus sign and it gives you a piano. Okay, I forgot to tell you guys, I don't think I mentioned that, but you click the plus sign to make a new pattern. Now you got the patterns here. You got pattern 1. This is how you switch between patterns. You click on the pattern you want. Now one more thing for step sequencer. Let's say you want to clone a pattern. You click on here and you go to clone. This is useful if you want to speed up a thing without copying and pasting it. And I'll show that in my sweet song that I'm going to make right now using the playlist. Okay, first of all, here we go. I'm going to open up the playlist, okay? I open up the playlist. This is what the playlist looks like. Control, up and down the thing. One more thing, if you don't have control in the scroll pad, if you're on a laptop, you can actually do this and drag to zoom in and out. And that's how you do that. But let's say you want to post these or place these into the playlist here. So what you do is you click on here where it says your pattern, what you're on, and you can choose. So let's say I want to do pattern 1. Place it down, okay? And then I want to do pattern 2, and I want to place this down actually. But what if I want to do my piano and I want to place this down right here? That's how you place them down, okay? You click which one you want and you place. Now I want to do this right here. Up there. That's useful for the dubstep songs, you know what I'm saying? This is a dubstep song. Now, some some things you can do with this. You can turn off and on different tracks by clicking here. So if I want this off, it's only going to play that. If I right click it, it's going to just single that one. It's going to solo it, as they what they call it in the music industry. Right click it again to get all of them back. If you want to do an automation clip, which allows you to, here, I'll just show you what this is. So I'm going to right click this channel volume on the playing piano. I'm going to do create automation clip. This is under the volume where you change it. You can actually do create automation clip, and you get this thing. And I'm going to actually do a thing where it starts low and it goes higher. So we'll see this right here. You don't hear the piano, right? And it's increasing in volume. So that's what that does. That helps you create songs easier, if you know what I'm saying. So let me think here if there's anything you need to do. There's one more thing. If you want to add a track to the mixer, what you do is you click on the thing, pulls up with this thing, and you see where it says FX, you put that to 1 or whatever you want, 1, 2, or 3, and it pulls up in the mixer. This just does volume right here. You can also add some things to it, but that will be in a different video for sure. How to use the mixer. Watch out for that video for sure, guys. So we got channel volume here, placing down volumes, and things like that. I'm going to check out the, if you do shift and you hold this, it actually does, shift is duplicate, so you duplicate that. If you do control, you can do this, and you can do shift when you have it all selected, and you can do actually multiple of them, believe it or not. Delete deletes it. Can you believe deletes it? What? Yeah, I'm telling you right now, it deletes it. So I think that's going to be all for this tutorial, guys. So if I forgot anything, there'll be stuff in the description. If I didn't forget anything, there'll be nothing in the description. So watch out for that. Anyway, guys, it's been Mr. Matthew Music, aka Mr. 9751, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. See you guys later.